Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be getting started shortly. Just want to give everyone a chance to join and kind of get settled. We will start in about 3 minutes. Thanks so much. All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. It's June 18th. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Monica Brady. I am the accounts director at PhotoFi and also the head of training and customer support. With me today is Sharon Beck, director of agent services at Remax Heritage in Kansas City. And we have a very special guest this morning, James SCHWARTZ, the VP of Marketing and Media Strategies at Remax LLC. So excited to have everybody here. Just a couple of notes. We do have people still joining, so I'm going to give them a little bit of a few moments. This webinar is being recorded and will be available for you to view if you miss anything or if you want to go over something after the webinar is over. We also do have a couple of places for you to ask questions. We have a Q&A button at the very bottom of your screen. We do prefer that you use the Q&A, just easier for us to track. But if you also are more comfortable in the chat room and want to ask questions of other attendees who may be using PhotoFi as well, that is another place you can ask. We will try to get to everybody's question before we end today. There's also a live stream on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/PhotoFi app, that is available for anyone who did not get to register before we were full. So please pass that link on. Again, it's youtube.com/PhotoFi app. And that is available. There's a chat there as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. If you have not yet registered for the Remax and PhotoFi subscription, we highly recommend that you do. It is super easy to register and access. If you go to the website, which is photofy.com/Remax-invite, you'll see the page that is on the screen right now. Go ahead and tap on that Get Started button or scroll down to the bottom. You can read a little bit more about this subscription and the benefits of having it, and see some examples of images you can create. Go ahead and get to the bottom and you'll enter your first name, last name, email address, phone number, and MCID. If you don't know what your MCID is, it is a ID number that is located in your Mac Center. There's a little link at the bottom there where you can tap on it and find more information on how to find it. So if you go there, it'll show you where you can locate that. You can also contact Remax support, or you can contact us at PhotoFi support and we can also help you as well. Tap on the terms and conditions. Once you do that, it'll bring up these lovely terms and conditions for you to read and agree to. And once you've gotten through there, if you are an agent or staff member, it'll take you over to billing information screen where you'll enter your credit card info. You do get the first 90 days free to learn and experience everything. And after that, it is just $4 per month for you to have access to all things Remax on the PhotoFi app. So make sure you continue through until you get to the success screen. Once you have seen that message, you have then successfully subscribed. You'll download PhotoFi from your mobile app store, whether it's iOS or Google Play. Search PhotoFi content creation. And once you see our logo in there, go ahead and download and install. Then you'll swipe through to the main screen and you'll get to a sign-in page. Let me go ahead and switch screens here so you can see what it looks like. Let's see, I'm going to switch over to my phone here and get my mouse running. All right. So now, the first time you open up PhotoFi, it'll load the magic. You'll see some pictures. Swipe right, and you'll get to the sign-in screen. Tap on Business Sign-In, and then you're going to enter your email address and password that you used when you registered. I've got mine saved here, but if you've never signed in before, make sure you're typing it in rather than just entering it. Let's see. I guess it did not work. And we'll go ahead and sign in. The very first time you sign in, you'll see a profile page pop up and it's going to say, welcome, we're glad you're here. And it's going to ask you for some contact information. Please fill that out. You only have to fill that out one time. And then it is saved in your app so that you can utilize all that within templates, some of the artwork pieces, and you don't have to type it in every time. It saves you time, prevents typos, and makes things a whole lot easier for you. And that can be contact info like cell phone number or email address. It's not necessarily connected to your actual account sign-in information. So feel free to use whatever is the best contact info for you. Again, if you have not signed up, go to photofy.com/remax-invite. And so that is how you access this for the first time. James is going to go ahead and jump on and show you a little bit more about how you can use this to market yourself, your team, your properties, all kinds of good stuff. So James, go ahead.
Thanks, Monica.
Sure.
Can I share my screen? Thank you. Good morning, everybody. So this is James. Excited to be here with all of you. I'm going to talk a little bit about show off the app and how I think you guys can use it for your business. But what we got really excited about is, as you know, with Remax, we have a ton of great tools. And within that, there's a lot of different places to go. And so what we wanted to do is we're trying to think about ways to bring the information and content to you. And when we came across this app, I love it because it's kind of like Canva, if any of you are Canva users, meets Photoshop with some of the Instagram moody filters and kind of the different tools we use, but it's all in one place. And then we really worked with them also for video, which I'll show off in a little bit. But it's just a really cool tool that instead of having to find Remax content, it's preloaded, it's there for you to use. And so when you think about your day-to-day, you know, there's definitely some downtime in our days, especially as we're kind of coming out of this current environment, we're getting back out into the marketplace. There are still inspections and things that we do. And we found that a number of agents are using this when they have that downtime to create some of this content. So I want to show off what the capabilities are. So hopefully you can see my screen. I've got Photofy pulling up real quick. Make sure I'm in the right account. And we've had 3 users in mind. Some of you are going to be really savvy, want to create custom content and artwork, and you can do that with this app. Some of you, I think, are going to be more comfortable with templates where you're swapping out some photography and text. We have that for you as well. And then there's some of you that are probably still a little fearful of some of that or not comfortable, but you want to create content and get that engagement on your social channels and with your prospects and customers. So there's also something called Reposts, where hopefully you're connecting with the brand on our industry and consumer channels. And just like you would reshare that content, instead, now you can actually create content and repost it from this app as if you did it all on your own. So hopefully that's a benefit for some of you. See that as the easy button. And we're helping you guys, we're trying to automate as much of the marketing process as possible to make it really simple. And what I love about this app is it's really the idea was creating content on the go. You guys are busy, you're out there building and nurturing relationships, you're connecting with people, you're serving your communities, and hopefully this is a really great way to enhance that and again, take some of the fear out of creating content. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm gonna click on this first tab in the upper left called Photos and Collages. What's really cool about this is we've preloaded some imagery. It will continue to evolve, but you can also access anything that you can get to on your phone. So when you scroll up here, you start seeing things like Dropbox, Google Drive, pretty much any application that you have on your tablet or on your phone, you can access with this. So for some of you that might work with photographers, so say you've got a new listing coming and you get that awesome new photo, if they drop it into your Dropbox folder and you have that connected with this app, you can access all of that imagery, all of that content to really create awesome, cool imagery. Get back. The next piece here is artwork. In that upper right-hand corner, I'm gonna click on this. What you'll notice is it looks very Remax. So there's a lot of different content. You can see here, you can scroll down to quite a bit. There's also this navigation up here where we're trying to collect it. So maybe you're looking for the Remax collection. Commercial properties, anything that you can think about. If you're doing maybe events for your prospects, if you're a team leader and you're doing an event for your teams, whatever it is, we really wanted to make it cool and simple to use. But what I personally love is Monica mentioned at the beginning, there's a profile and you're going to fill out what's called tokens. That information should be what you use for your marketing, right? What is your web address? What is the primary phone number, your office phone number, your team name, whatever that is? It creates that, it makes content creation so much easier. But one example I like to show you is imagine you're walking out, so for those of you that are getting back to the market and you're meeting with someone, imagine you're walking out of a listing appointment. And all you have to do is turn around, take a picture of the home, and literally on your way out to the car, you could create a piece of content, show off your marketing savvy, and send it to that prospect and just reinforce your value. So I'm gonna walk you through this hypothetical example. So let's say I go in and I'm gonna pick this yard sign. And let's say this house in the upper left here was a photo that I just took on my way out the door. I'm gonna hit continue. Now you can see that my information is pre-populated from those tokens that I did when I first set up for my profile. I can move this thing around. You can see the text down below. I can edit that contact information if I'd like to. So instead of saying for sale, some get creative like, look what I could do for you, get the listing, whatever that might be. And then when I hit apply, and I'm gonna hit done here, this is the power of the app. Now I can go in and instead of having to create a version for Instagram and a version for Facebook and having to figure out what those specs and output ratios and things that most agents don't need to know about, the app makes it super simple. I can literally take that and either post it on some of my social channels. In this case, where I walked out of that listing appointment, I could text it to that potential seller on my way out the door. And think about that, what that could do for your business. When you're meeting with buyers at the coffee shop, you run into someone at a networking event, when you're trying to promote what you're doing in the community. A lot of cool things that I'm seeing you all do around the globe right now, supporting like as we're going through COVID. There's tons of cool things that are applicable in this application. You can also text it, email it, and then there's a scheduling feature that will basically prompt you and remind you. It doesn't auto post, but that's because of some limitations with the social channels, where it'll just remind you, and then you can say, yes, I do want to post this, and it'll go. So it's just a really cool kind of scenario that I think will help you guys with your business. Now let's get into, so that's where you can go in for kind of custom artwork. I'm going to click on templates here on that left middle box. And here you'll see there's a ton of different options. And what's cool about it is some of them are more customizable than others. We've even started throwing in Zoom backgrounds, again, different versions. And what's awesome is you can literally, with a few clicks of a button, you can make content fairly quickly. So let me find an example. Let's go to this open house, for example. I can literally go in and start picking pictures. So again, maybe my photographer just dropped in some new photos. I access them from my app via that Dropbox link. This is a bad example. This house shouldn't have 2 kitchens. And then you can really start to create custom content. And then literally, you can see how quickly it starts to create. I can again start to post this on my social channels, and I can get it further out. Some people have asked about BombBomb. So if you have the BombBomb app on your phone, you can create content, and even video content it will send out. So what I'm finding is test it, play with it, see what you can do. But typically anything that I can have on my device or on my tablet, I can start to engage with that content as well. So that's just kind of the template paste. Here's the reposts. And what I love about these is, again, you'll see some of it's just content. So maybe, 4th of July, you can post this out as if you created it, and then you can add some message and context and personalize it. But we're really hoping this helps you kind of get to that starting point. Take that fear out of creating the content, but really just kind of move quickly as you guys are so busy on your day-to-day. And then videos. This is where I think it's really cool, right? So I think that we're all on Zooms lately. I think that fear of video, we're starting to overcome it. But a lot of agents feel that there's this high Hollywood production need. And I will tell you, I think it's just a matter of creating authentic connections with your communities, with your prospects, with your customers, with your fellow agents. And so it's literally just turning your phone around and having that conversation on video. But sometimes you want it a little more polished. And what I love about what we've done with this app is there's a way to do that. I am going to use a video example. It's going to sound like rain just as an example here, but you can pick any of these templates. So I'll pick this one here. All of this text is editable where it says text goes here. I can literally start to customize any of this text, right? So it's super fast. But now I can actually, so I took the video on my phone or on my tablet. Now I'm going to go find that video on my device. So here I'm going to pick this. And now I can kind of start to move around a little customization. Click done. And now I have a video that's got some branding on it that I can send out to someone. And again, post on my social channels or text to someone if I'm having a one-to-one conversation. So hopefully this helps kind of not only talk about the features and functionality, but how you might apply it to your business. And then again, we're working through with different regions. So we've got some content that's in the works with Canada. We've got some context in the works. We just loaded some stuff for South Africa. Right now, we're working on language translation as well. We've worked with the global teams on kind of the top 5 languages, and then there are ways to personalize and customize this. So if in your regions, work with your region owners, your management teams, and then get with us, we can start loading in even things like photos. So some of the photography might not apply, but we can definitely customize this to whatever you guys might need. And so with that, I don't know if there are any questions that we want to go over. Hopefully that was helpful.
Yeah, we've had a few asking about, it says, but what about Bouge? Want to limit BombBomb?
What about Bouge? Oh, so right now the Bouge team is working on campaigns and such. So we don't have an integration with that yet, but that is something that's on the roadmap. I just unfortunately don't have any specific timing around that.
Cool. And we did have someone say, will you be adding any commercial real estate related videos?
So the videos, there's not videos that are loaded up. It's a video that you take. So you could go in, if you have your own video, there are commercial templates that you can select and put around the video that you use or upload or create with your device, if that makes sense.
Yeah. All right, cool. And then we've had a lot of folks asking about Canada. So if there's a Canadian version, great to have more Canadian content. So if you are outside of the US region, you actually, when you register, everything is based on your MCID. So if you, when you enter your MCID, it'll tell us what region you're in. It automatically will add you to certain galleries. So I know that there is Western Canada, Integra, and your region leaders, owners actually go through and choose relevant content for your area and input those into a gallery specifically built for you guys. So if you, when you register, it'll automatically give you those proper galleries for your area. If you are noticing that you're missing some things or trying to think how else to put this, limited on stuff, let us know and we can definitely ping those region owners and see about adding more. They are kind of on a rotating schedule. Things will come out on the US galleries first and then we send them out for translations and such as needed. So they have to get back to us and let us know which ones they want to add in. So I hope that kind of answers that question.
Yeah, and Monica, if I can jump in there real quick, the best option for those of you that are looking for something specific, I would share that with your region. And that way we can coordinate with them to make sure we can get that content and then make that available. It's really, once we know what you guys are looking for, it's pretty quick to add some of this information.
Perfect. Awesome. Let's see.
I see a question on the, how do I save it in different sizes? That's the beauty of it, is when you create the piece once, it like on my phone, it saves to my camera roll. So I don't have to go create the different sizes. I can take that piece of content and just start sharing it out to the different platforms, such as Instagram or Facebook. So I don't know if that answers that question or if there was something else that they were thinking about.
I think they were talking about the ads. Like when you create an ad for the different sizes, you have to create the ad individually based on that size.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
That's a good call out. So that'd be like if they created if you go in, there's some of them will say like a 300 by 250, you'd create that. And then you'd have to go back. If there's a different ad size, you would pick the template for like a 728 by 90. So there's different call outs for the different templates.
Yeah, and Sharon's actually going to go through Megaphone sharing today too. So we'll definitely show you guys how to do that. There is another option if we're talking outside of Megaphone, we do have a ratio feature that is in here, and I'll go ahead and show you guys that. If you're doing your own freeform content creation in Photofy, let's see, if we go photos and collages, we'll pick a cute little house here and continue. If you go to edit layout on the app, there's this ratio button right here. And you can choose, we've got some preset ones off to the right here. So Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and such. We've got 4x6, 8x10, 5x7. So if you want to make postcards to send out or anything print-wise, flyers, you can do that as well. But we also have this feature called Add Custom Dimension at the bottom. And with that, you can actually create your own custom sizes, just name them and then enter pixel sizes, not inches. I've actually had a couple folks create like a 4x6 and be like, and contact me saying it's blurry because I actually put 4x6 instead of pixel sizes. But I created like a zoom size in here before we had actual Zoom templates up there. And then also for Facebook cover photo, I created a feature there. So if you just click on that, it'll kind of change things around. You can make things fit, add different pieces of artwork to it as needed as well. So go through and make things a little smaller. I'm having trouble with hearing my fingers today. But anyhow, so that's one option that you can do as well, is change the ratio using that feature there. Let's see. And if you guys aren't sure pixel sizes, tap on the menu at the top left and tap on support, and that'll take you over to our support pages for PhotoFi. And if you search custom ratio, it'll bring up the article that I've created with a lot of suggested sizes. So print, and those are suggested pixel sizes on the right, and virtual meetings, all kinds of good stuff. So feel free to go in there. And if you find anything missing, you can definitely contact me at support@photofi.com, and I can do some research and add it to that document as well. Let's see. All right. And can you save it to my computer or phone? If you are noticing that your creations are not saving to your device, in iOS, if you go to the settings, you're going to want to make sure that your photo access is turned on. And you want to make sure that you have read-write access set up for PhotoFi to access. And then everything should be saved straight to your camera roll on your device.
And then it's automatic, right? So
It
as
is.
soon as you create something, it just automatically starts saving to the device. So then you can go to the photo
Yep.
gallery and pull it up.
And you can pull up everything you've ever created.
Mhm.
So, yep. Of course, my storage is full. Anyhow, gotta love it. All right. I think that's all the questions we have.
I think I see a couple I can jump in on if that's
Go
helpful.
for it. Yeah.
Canadian commercial practitioner for videos. If your region has commercial videos that are created, those can get added. There's a repost for videos section. They need to be short format. Typically it's around 30 seconds or so. But that'd be something, if that's there, just get with the region and we can see what it takes to get those added. And then as far as posting to AdWorks, AdWorks has 4 specific sizes. So as long as you get those specs in the Megaphone gallery that they'll show you later, there are like the 300 by 250 is a pretty standard size. You could use the app to create that content, and then you would need to, because AdWorks is a desktop app, you'd probably need to create it on your device, email it to yourself, and then you'd be able to upload that creative into AdWorks. So I have seen some of our network and membership use that as a workaround. And then as far as registering for Megaphone, if you are in the US and Canada, all you need to do is get into Mac Center, and in the app tile page, you'll see a tile for Megaphone. And that's where you'll kind of go through and set it up that way. But there's not a registration that's needed.
Awesome. All right, cool. So let me see. I've got some folks saying that they see scheduler on my app. Yes, I'm using an iPhone. Between iPhone and Android, it is a little bit different, but you still do have access. Let me go ahead and switch over to my Android device. You'll still have access on an Android device to scheduler. It's just in a little bit different place, and we can go over that here in a little bit. Does anyone have any specific questions for James before we? I know he's got another meeting after this. I want to make sure we get everything in before. I don't see anything else popping up. Cool.
Well, thanks, you guys. I appreciate it.
Thank
Enjoy.
you. Yeah, thanks so much for joining us, James. So
Thank you.
excited to have you here with us today.
Thank you. Thank you. Be well.
All right, you too. Okay, so let's go over. I do see a couple of here. Let me go ahead and log into a Remax account on this so that you can see the difference between Android and iOS. So this is my Android device. Oops. And that's what it looks like. But it's okay. If you are going to use Scheduler, when you create a piece of artwork, you can go ahead and see the scheduler at the bottom. We're just going to go ahead and throw this together real quick. If you scroll down to the bottom of the sharing screen, you'll see schedule right there at the bottom. You can utilize it there. Alternatively, if you are, if you have images already created that you want to schedule, just hanging out in your camera roll, if you tap on the menu in the top left, you'll see scheduler, that fourth one down, and you can add images here as well. So you do still have access to it. It's just in a little bit different place. All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go through some more questions. Or do you want to go ahead and do the Megaphone? I do see a lot of people asking about Megaphone.
Yeah,
Sharon.
we can go ahead. We can go ahead and do the Megaphone.
Okay. More questions in the background.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to go ahead and share my content. And so with Megaphone, you basically, so I'm going to start from how to access Megaphone. So you can do Megaphone a couple of different ways. So if you see David Weisman, that's my broker, so I access a bunch of stuff through him. So in our region, we're in the Dixie Mid-States region. We have what's called Max Tech. So you can either access it in Max Center through the tiles. Typically, when you log in, there's going to be some top apps, and you can click on Megaphone on that top app. Now, if you're in Max Tech, you can actually go into Max Tech, and you'll see under your apps, if you favorited it, you're going to see a little Megaphone button. It looks kind of like a bullseye. Anyways, you'll just click on that, and it will, of course, it's going to need to log me back in. Just give me 1 minute. Get logged back in here. Perfect. So when you are in Megaphone, you get logged into Megaphone here. It's going to ask you, okay, what kind of ad do you want to create? And then after, typically what I do is I create the ad first. And then, well, obviously that's what you have to do. You have to create the ad first and then go back to Megaphone. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go to Photofy. And you're going to see here on your screen, I have 6 tiles again because I'm on a tablet. When I'm on my Android device, I do not have the scheduler tile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into templates. And across the top, I had some people asking, I saw questions about a search feature. There's not a search feature, but you're going to see across the top here, you're going to see you're going to see all of the, like it's going to be broken down by subject. And so if I don't want to take and scroll all the way through all this stuff, what I can do is I can scroll through and I can see brands. If I wanted to look at templates for a Zoom background, I would just click on Zoom background. But for this, for purposes right now, what we're doing is Megaphone. So I think it used to say ads and now it does say Megaphone. So before I start this process, I wanted to know like what size, where am I going to put this ad at? And typically you'll know what the size you need wherever you're doing the ad at. If it's on an email, if it's on a website, if it's on Facebook, Instagram, however, you know what size you need. And one of the coolest things is that when PhotoFi first came out with the ads, they did not have the size on the bottom, but now I can go in and I can say, okay, great. I'm looking for something 300 by 250. I want to add a picture. So I'm just going to scroll down through here. I think I want to do, I think I like, just scrolling through. I kind of like the humans work here, or remax.com has all the listings. I think I'm going to do this. Remax.com has all the listings. So I'm going to click on it. And then that is basically it for that ad. I'm going to click done. And on this page right here, if you scroll down, you can click directly on Megaphone. And then I want to share this to Megaphone. Beautiful. And now I'm going to go back over to Megaphone. And I'm going to click create custom ad. It's going to ask you all this jazz, start building. And you're going to see at the very bottom here, it now has my Remax Photofy content. It automatically loaded that into Megaphone. So I'm going to click on the ad that I want to do. And then I'm going to click continue. It's going to ask you, what do you want to name your ad? So this is just for your personal use. Nobody sees what this ad name is, and it's not going to be displayed on the ad itself. So I'm just going to call this all the listings. Okay. And then the next one's, where would you like the people to go when you click on the ad? So that could be your website. That could be an office website. That could be whatever website you wanted to go there. It is too, correct. Beautiful. Click continue. Now, this is going to be where the targeting is done at. You can add up to different 5 different website categories. So say I want to do real estate. I'm going to, I don't know, I don't like anything else here. So I'm going to click add a website category, maybe apartments if people are looking to get out of apartments, buying and selling homes. Maybe I want to click on dating because maybe those people need homes too, and then home repair. I'm going to add those, and that should be 5. And so next, I'm going to click continue. It's going to do location targeting up to 15-mile radius. Yep, you can do it by zip code. So here I am in Blue Springs here, and then you can add multiple pins. So say I wanted to do, there's videos too on Remax University all about Megaphone. So that's why I'm going through quickly, because I wanted you to see how just to get that PhotoFi ad in there and then continue. And then when I'm ready, this is what I did see a question about Megaphone charging you for a PhotoFi ad. They didn't charge you for the ad itself. They charged you to run that ad through Megaphone. So they didn't charge you to create the ad. They charged you for getting that ad out there and running that ad. So this is your last page. It's going to show you a summary of all of your stuff. And then it's going to give you your basically how much you want to spend for that ad. And then that is the gist of Megaphone. Back over to PhotoFi, you would just say you wanted to do another ad for an email. So I'm going to click start over. I'm going to click back on templates, and I'm going to go to Megaphone, and I'm going to see, okay, I just want something to run across the bottom. I'm going to do a bottom piece. So like this one right here that says together we will rise above. I'm going to click that. This is all set up. Text, you can change find an agent. You can change the color just of this one. So you could change this to contact an agent today. Okay. And then I'm going to click on done. Beautiful. Say I want this to stand out in red. I'm going to do red here, but I'm going to grab my little tool to make it the Remax red. There we go. Beautiful. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Apply, apply. Beautiful. So when I'm ready, I'm just going to click done again. And it looks a little blurry because it's on my tablet. Again, I'm going to click Megaphone. Or say you needed to, say you were working with a vendor that you're using, maybe a lender, mortgage, and you partnered with them and they need your artwork, you can actually email this to them. If you click more share options, it's going to allow you to mail it. You can save it to a drive and then send it to them. So you don't have to, just with the ad, you don't just have to put it into Megaphone. You can email that to whoever you need yourself if you need to email it to somebody, or you can email it directly from here as well. So again, I'm going to click on Megaphone. Perfect. Go back to my Megaphone. I'm going to exit this. Beautiful. This is what your dashboard looks like. It didn't get me there at first, but this is what your dashboard will look like in Megaphone. So I'm going to go back to create custom web ad, start building, and then it's going to show me, here's my artwork that was automatically, I clicked on Megaphone and it got put in there. And then just walk through it like I did the last one. Oh, not that one. Let's go back to PhotoFi. I don't know. Monica, were there any questions about like the ads or the Megaphone piece there?
I don't see anything specifically on Megaphone in here. There's a lot of questions as far as adding text to ads and stuff. So I want to run through creating a quick freeform image as well. Actually, do you want to go ahead and do that real quick?
When you say a freeform, like in photos and collages?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So this is a question I'll have you here. I can take this custom 160 by 600 and create a template. Is that what you're saying?
No, they're talking about adding text to like creating a, starting with photos and collages and then just kind of adding some artwork and text to it.
Yeah. I thought you were saying like, so say I wanted to create a custom ad and add stuff to that. Okay.
Gotcha.
So to do that, what you're going to want to do is say I want to create just a marketing piece right now. I did see some Father's Day stuff. I don't think there's been any templates for Father's Day put in here. So say I wanted to get in here there's no Father's Day yet. So I want to create something for Father's Day. I'm going to click on photos and collages. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually look for stock photos, or maybe say I go out to Facebook and I find one of my clients' pictures with their dad, and I want to create a Father's Day picture with my dad or that client's dad. You can actually click on camera roll to access your camera roll if you wanted to do it that way. So let me see. So like here's a picture that I want to use. This is actually our director of opportunity in our office. Say I wanted to create a happy Father's Day to this guy. I could go out there and I could create a picture. So let's do this. I'm going to make this a little, there we go. And then from here, I want to actually add text or maybe even a sticker. So I'm going to click on artwork because I want to find a happy thought. Let's see, perfect right there. It actually pops up. So say these are the trending ones, but say I wanted to, let's do this one. And let's see, do I like that one? Nah, we're gonna go back. I'm gonna choose, that one's a cool one, best dad ever. So I'm gonna search Happy Father's Day to see what all they have. Beautiful. I think I'm gonna use this one here. I like this one. And then it didn't take off my back sticker. So I'm going to click back on that sucker and then X out of that. I'm going to click back on this one and I'm going to put it right there in the corner. Now, what's really cool about that is I can actually edit this photo and I can change that color. So say I want to make it blue, blue kind of isn't, no, it's
that background.
I know, right? The background is kind of crazy. Maybe, so I'm going to put a shadow on it to see if that pops it out a little bit. There we go. I love, love, love shadows. If you're putting any kind of sticker, logo, always do a shadow because it makes it pop so much. So I love the shadows now that I know how to use them. Perfect. So I'm going to go here, but again, I don't think I like that blue. I'm just going to play around with it and I'm going to see what kind of, maybe that yellow is pretty cool. We're going to keep that there or red. He's a Chiefs fan. So, and cheerleaders, there we go. Perfect. We're going to lighten it up. Nope, we're going to go back to that red. We like that one. So I'm going to click apply. So now I can move that sticker wherever. Say I wanted to brand it with my logo, or I wanted to put a Remax sticker on it. I'm going to click on artwork. Now I did see somebody ask about the Remax home stickers and the new Remax stickers that are really cool. If you scroll across the top here, you're going to see different subjects, different things to search by. Under Remax home stickers, these are going to be stickers like this, but it's also going to be the Remax sticker pack as well. You just have to keep scrolling on down. Scroll, scroll, scroll. There we go. So these are all those Remax stickers, including the new ones. So say I wanted to put the Remax Hustle on there. I'm gonna click on it and it goes there. I can change my size. I can put it down in the corner. But say I didn't want to make it so bright, I could change the opacity so it doesn't stand out so much. Okay. And then last but not least, say I wanted to put my logo on there. I'm going to click add logo. Now, these are the logos that I've added, but if you'd like to add your own logo, you would just click on, so let's click off of this. You can go and you can add your own logo. So what's funny is this logo here is actually this guy. So I'm going to put his own logo on his own picture. I can change the color. I'm going to pop a background on it or shadow on it so that I can make it pop. Boom. And so this is kind of how you would edit that picture. Now you can also do like freeform texting. So like you can just click on text and type in the text you want. You can change the font, you can change the size, you can change the background, shadow, format, anything that you want to change on here. So there is freeform texting. If you wanted to do that, you can edit that photo by changing, like, say you wanted to do a filter, you wanted to change the color of that photo, you could do that. You can also just lots of things that you can do. So if you go back to, if you go to edit layout over here, you can play with the border a little bit. So say you wanted to do something like that, you can change the corners. And then this is where you'll actually find that ratio button too. My suggestion to you is don't build your photo first and then click on ratio and try to change that around, because it definitely changes all of that. So I say pick the layout first and then go and build your photo. So when you're ready, this is done and you want to go ahead and share it to all places, you're just going to click done or apply or check mark on certain apps, phones. And then from here is where I can share it to my Instagram, my Facebook. I can text it, I can schedule it. And again, if I click more share options, it's going to give me that option to do Google Drive, to do whatever I have hooked up. So that is how you edit a photo or create a photo and drop in stuff on it.
That's awesome. Okay, so someone's asking about, can you explain the PhotoFi videos? I think they're looking at maybe the reposts.
Like, so like these are the reposts here. So if we're just talking about reposts, these are going to be the ones that the Remax has created for you. So say I wanted to share something real quick to my Instagram. I want to share this one. Say I want to share one for July 4th or just kind of like a freedom one. This is just a small 5-second video that you can share directly to, if it wants to play, I don't think it's going to play, but I can share that directly to Facebook or Instagram. That's not something you would edit. That is just something that you would share. You would click on Instagram and then share it from there. Let's go. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Mm-hmm. Instagram, and then you can share it to your story or your feed. And then for like the video templates, this is the one that James showed us. You can go in here and say you have a new agent. This is really cool. You could click on this one that's joined the Remax team, and you could add a video of them, like even like jumping in the air, like a little, video of that, or maybe like a little video introducing themselves. So you could just add that video here. I don't know if I have anything. Yep. So you could do a video that you have on your camera, whatever, and then add it in that spot. So once you're done, you would just click done, and then it would allow you to post to the different places. So actually, I'll just show you. So I did do a video. Here's one here. We're going to use that. So, and then video, you can change any sort of text. I could do instead of, I need you. Yes, where's my heritage? Down there, I could change heritage. I could click apply. When I'm done, I'm going to click done.
Together for him. It's simple, easy, record it
This
on your
may
phone,
take a moment,
record it via
hopefully
Facebook,
not.
do whatever you'd like, and email it to me.
You like
Typically
how
it's best to-
animated I am in that video?
That's awesome.
So that was I'm working on a project and you've not sent me your video and I need it. So from here, again, I can shoot it to Instagram, Facebook, say I want to email it out to people. I'm going to drop that in my Google Drive. So then I can jump on my computer and I can email it out to people if I wanted to. So, and there are the biggest thing that I learned from PhotoFi is getting in here and messing around with it. Just start creating content, start, creating different things for your clients, for yourself. I will tell you though, I have it both on my phone and on my tablet, and my content that's created does not transfer over from phone to tablet. So like if I save something on my tablet, it saves physically to the tablet. I would have to either put it in my Google Drive or text it or email it to myself, because it's not going to save the same as it would on my phone, and vice versa. If I create something on my phone, it's not going to save on my tablet. So it saves on the device that you're creating that on. But yeah, there's so many different things in video templates that you could use, and you would just drop in the video and then be able to shoot it over to wherever you want to from there.
Awesome. And I do see someone says, are you able to save that Father's Day design as a template? So Kyle, yes. It won't come up under templates. There's a feature called projects within Photofy.
Let me get out of my screen.
Okay. Let's see. And I'll share mine for you. Start.
There we go.
Awesome. All right. Let me switch my mouse over so you can see my mouse. Okay. So if you go to create something and you think you're going to want to use it again in the future, let me see. I'm going to go ahead and create something real quick. So I just use the Photofy stock photos, which are available for you to use. And these are royalty free, and you don't have to worry about copyright and all that good stuff. But they are available under stock for Photofy. So if you want to then go to artwork, and then we'll just kind of add this piece right here. Once you've created something and you think you're going to use it in the future and just want to change something, when you're on the editing screen here, you'll see this icon. I think it's the third one over in Android, but it's the second one here on iOS. It looks like a piece of paper. Tap on that and it'll ask you to save it as a project, and you can name it and hit save. And it has now been saved. So if you want to go in later and maybe change the artwork or change the picture or add some different text, you'll go up to the menu, the 3 lines at the top left, and you'll find your projects folder there. And so you'll see different projects there. Now these are device specific, just like when you save things, it's not going to go between devices. So wherever you created it, that's where it's going to save. But you can then go ahead and tap on the image in the left and view that. And if you want to open or delete, you can use those options here on the right. So we're going to go ahead and open this one and maybe add some text to it and then go from there. So that is kind of a way to do a, I guess, custom template for yourself and utilize that in the future. So do keep in mind though also that if your item, if you get a different phone or, sometimes resetting your phone, you will probably lose those just because they are saved to the device itself. And someone's asking about bringing things forward. So let me go ahead and add this, and then I'm going to add a piece of artwork. And let me see, we'll go brand. We'll add a Remax image behind it. Where's my balloon? All right. So if you want to add this, but you want to put it behind, say, the Happy Father's Day, just a smidge, you can do that. So you'll see that it pops up in front of it right now. Go ahead and tap apply. And then on that balloon, you'll see 3 dots in the top right. You can go ahead and use the forward and backward options there. And you see I clicked backward and now the Y is in front of the balloon. So if you're adding multiple pieces of artwork and you want to kind of use them over each other, layer them somehow, just click on those 3 dots in the top right and you can do forward and backward. You can also lock things in place. And that goes for backgrounds, all of the artwork pieces and text. Lock it, and then that piece will not move. So, but I can still click on the text and move it to wherever it needs to be. So a couple options there. Let's see, what else do we have questions for? What have we missed so far? Okay, once we create an ad, can we put verbiage in before we post to Facebook or Instagram, or does it just post the ad without additional text? Jennifer, if you are creating an ad, you can use the text tool here to add on top of your custom image. I don't know if you were talking about templates at that moment, but when you go to the share screen as well, you will have the option to add text to your post. So it'll be in the caption area for your post instead of on the image itself. So Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, etc. When you choose Instagram, it takes you straight over to Instagram. And then you just kind of go through next, and then type your caption there to go with your post.
I saw a question here. How does this compare to Canva? So I'm a big Canva shipper. However, this in Canva, what you run into is you don't have access to all of those Remax logos. I would literally have to go out and I would have to Google the Remax without, the PNG, or I'd have to go out to Remax Marketing and download what they had there. Then I would have to upload it into my Canva account and use it that way. When you are in PhotoFi, it literally has hundreds of Remax stuff. It has your Remax sign that once you sign up for PhotoFi, the first thing that you'll do is you'll put tokens in, meaning that's your name, your email address, your contact info. And then once you're, like James showed you, dropping a sign in the yard, it automatically pre-fills that information. Before, when there was no PhotoFi, I would have to go out to Canva, find a sign with the background removed, or I'd have to edit it out. Then I would have to type in manually my email address, my phone number, all my information. With PhotoFi, you don't have to do that. It's right there at your fingertips. I love, love, love how we have all the logos. They're constantly adding new stuff. There's luxury stuff. There is Spanish speaking stuff. Wherever you're at in your country, they're continuing to add more stuff. So that is the biggest difference between that and Canva. And I'll be honest with you, I love the PhotoFi app. It is a lot easier to use than the Canva app is. So that's my soapbox.
And to get to profile, so if you notice when you're using your signs and your templates that there's a typo, you can change them one off using the text editor on the images, but obviously you don't want to do that every time. If you go to the menu and then settings and then manage profile, that will bring up your tokens to where you can go ahead and update all of that. So you'll see in here, I've got my fake name information. And you'll also see, so Remax, this is for US, but my device is connected to different galleries for testing purposes and training. Each one will be labeled with whichever gallery that you're connected to. So there's a Western Canada, I've got Integra, Ontario, connected to this device. So you won't have as many as I do if you're in a certain region, but the ones that have a red asterisk next to it are the ones that are required fields. Ones that do not have that are not required, but there is a placeholder for some of those. So you can go ahead and make those changes in here. So say if I wanted to change this and maybe type in the office phone or a cell phone or something. once you do that, you'll notice that the line turns yellow. That's just letting you know that there is a change made. If you click on the save button to the right, as soon as it's saved, it will turn green, and that's how it'll confirm that your change has been saved. There's also a save all tokens at the bottom that you can click if you're making multiple changes and want to make sure those are all done. So we'll tap on that, and in a few seconds, it'll turn green. And so we're good to go. So anytime that information pops up, it will be correct.
Hey, Monica, there's a question about the video.
Mhm.
It says when I post a video in a template, the size is not good. It says it's too big.
Too big. How it depends on how large your video is. I think
Or how long it is, or
yeah, I want to say suggested is maybe 30 seconds or less. If you're doing larger ones, I need to know more information. Is that the template? Is it Photofy saying it's too large? Or is it the social channel you're trying to post to saying it's too large?
I don't know.
Best
And then
thing-
it says the video templates are not the right size for Instagram. It's the same user asking those questions. Are they the right size for Instagram?
yeah, they're all square, so they should fit within Instagram. As far as ratio goes,
When I post, it's too
Instagram
big
story.
on Instagram. I don't know. The videos are long.
Instagram may be limiting your size then. So you'll have to check with Instagram as far as what their requirements are. I'm not sure what those are. If there's a way for you to break your videos, reduce them maybe, it might do that. I think for Instagram, sometimes instead of just doing the post, it'll send you over to like the Instagram TV or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. But you definitely have to check with Instagram. If it's okay on Facebook, yeah, you're going to want to check with Instagram support to see what their size requirements are. So it does send me to Instagram. Okay, so that's probably what you're going to need to do for the longer ones, unfortunately.
Yes. So if they're longer than a minute on Instagram, it does send you to Instagram TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's definitely a requirement or a restriction on Instagram. So, okay, let's see, I just tried, it's asking me to purchase a realtor package for $6.99. There are additional purchases on the personal side, but as long as you're staying on the Remax side, everything there should be available for you. That's included. If you're going under the Remax button, so there are differences between, let me go ahead and grab this. There are differences between the Remax artwork and then the Photofy artwork. So if you stay on the Remax artwork, this is all the stuff that's been included and added by Remax, that little logoed balloon there. Anything over on the Photofy artwork is available, but yes, there may be some additional purchases in there. A lot of that is from us, but there's also some items that are created by other graphic designers that partner with us and sell some of their designs. So, okay. And for anyone that didn't hear at the beginning, cost, so you do get the first 90 days free. And then after that, it's just $4 US per month. If you're in a different region, different country, there will be probably some differences in that based on the exchange rate at the time that you are charged. But it is $4 US per month after the first 90 days. And Katie, you're asking about desktop version. Right now, this Photofy was created for on-the-go content creation. So everything is mobile on iOS and Android phones and tablets. We do not currently have a desktop version. It is a request that we get quite often, but unfortunately at this moment cannot produce one, but it is on our wish list for future. So hang in there. And as soon as we're able to get a development team specifically for something like that, then we hope to get that going. Unfortunately, there is no timeline on that as of right now. And yes, business sign in, Jennifer. All right, let's see, any other question? I want to make sure we get everybody. I know we're hitting the hour right now. Can you use the video created with Rico Tours? Freddie, if you have video on your device, you can go ahead and use whichever video is available on your phone or tablet to put those in. Let's see, and how can you make tiles bigger on your phone? So unfortunately, don't think there is a way on here. Sometimes, depending on your device, there have been options where you can kind of push and hold, but I don't know if that actually works on all of them. So on iOS, I'm in the stock photos, and if I push and hold, it'll kind of pop it up a little larger. Let's see, in commercial video in Reposts, David, we can send something up and ask LLC if they're going to be adding commercial videos. Right now, everything that they have put in there, let's see, is what they have added. Let's see, we got Remax collection. So yeah, I'll send up a message and ask about that for you. So stay tuned. If you can send me an email, support@photofi.com. That way I can follow up with you. That would be fabulous. Let's see, and okay, how do I turn on camera access for PhotoFi on my iPhone? Good question, Carol. So if you're in PhotoFi, there is a little phone icon, or excuse me, little camera icon in the top right. If you click on that, it will ask you if you would like to give us access to your camera. Hit OK. And from there, it will then allow you to take photos. So you can take photos right here directly in PhotoFi. Alternatively, you can just use your camera, and whatever pictures you take with your camera roll will show up. So let's see. Switch my mouse. Keep going back and forth between the phone and let's see. Is there a Remax U webinar that walks us through making an ad with the artwork? It would be helpful 1 month from now when forgotten this. Mary, we're not on Remax U, I don't think. I'm not sure, Sharon, if you can confirm that. I haven't been on there.
I don't believe so, but we have, I think we should post the Vimeo link that has all of the PhotoFi tutorials, as well as the last, how many webinars? This is 3 or 4. Those are all posted to the Vimeo and to the YouTube page too, right?
Webinars we've started putting on YouTube. I have not moved tutorials over there. So my goal actually by the end of this month is to have everything accessible through our support page as well, support.photofi.com. Mary, I'm gonna go ahead and send this link. I did post the link to Vimeo in the chat as well. So, and Vivian, do you have Portuguese content? We are working on that. So, like I mentioned, we send everything out to the region owners, and as they get back to us and we're able to create those galleries, there will be things added, and then you'll automatically be moved over to those galleries as well. Let's see. You mentioned BombBomb. Is your vid delivery similar where it opens a browser or it opens in your post, or what is delivered to the client? So Dana, I'm not sure how BombBomb works because I've never used it, but if you send a video to the client, it would be direct to them either via email. It's basically as an attachment. So I hope that answers that question. You can, however, save things and upload them if you want to YouTube and provide a link to them, that kind of type. Let's see, text on the ad before we post. Okay, we did text. Let's see, is that the best spot to type the number? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Bob. Sorry, that's been a few minutes ago. And okay, how do I change my email address on the marketing pieces? Patty, that's going to be in your settings. So tap on the 3 lines at top left and then go to settings and then manage profile. Let's see, if I post to Insta, Facebook, or Twitter from the app rather than uploading from my camera roll to these platforms directly, does that make any difference? To be honest, no. We just try to make things a little more seamless going from the app. That way you don't have to go to multiple locations. But If you would rather manage everything through your camera roll, that is totally okay with, you know, however you'd like to do it. Some people just like the direct connection from Photofy. All right, Kelly, I double checked they're on, still don't get a notification from scheduled reminder. Kelly, if you can email support@photofy.com and we can set up a time to go over that together. That would definitely help. All right, so that is everything in the Q&A. And hey, Sharon, Shannon says she loves your purple hair. Hers is purple too.
I know, I already responded. Thank you.
Okay, running through chat, and let me run through YouTube real quick. Scheduler under artwork. Okay. Francis over at YouTube. Let's see, under artwork, there's an extra fee of $4. Is that per month or a one-time fee? I'm not sure what feature you are talking about. If you want to do me a favor, send me a screenshot, support@photofy.com, at what you're looking at, and I can definitely go through that with you. If you're in artwork, the PhotoFi artwork section, like I said, there are some things that will be a little extra cost for you, and those are yours to keep, whether you keep Remax subscription or not. We hope you keep Remax subscription going, but if you ever leave or what have you, those pieces will be yours to keep in the artwork section there. And can I save a photo from my camera roll to Photofy? So everything you create on Photofy, as long as you've given us read-write permissions, will save to your device. Anything that you want to access that you've taken pictures of should be right here in your camera roll. It may be a little different in Android. I believe someone said albums. Let me double check that before I speak out of turn here. Let's see, if I tap on photos and collages, it's all. So instead of camera roll on Android, it's going to be labeled all. And that's where you'll be able to find things.
Will you put the support number there, or your email?
Yeah, support@photofy.com is going to be the easiest way. I don't really we have a phone, but I don't always get to it. If you'd like to call, as you heard the phone ring, I had to reject it because I'm on the webinar. But if you'd like to call 919-504-6484 extension 2. However, if you email me at support@photofy.com, I like to schedule Zoom, a little 15-minute Q&A on Zoom. That way we're guaranteed to have that time, and I won't have another meeting or something scheduled. It's gotten a little crazy getting back to everyone that calls through the phone. I do my best, I promise. But yes, emailing me would probably be the best, so that we can actually schedule time and you'll have my full undivided attention at that time. And Sharon, you actually do meetings on Fridays as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Send you. If anyone would like to do that, how does that work for you?
Basically, there is a link that you can click on to say, hey, I'd like to be a part of this Zoom. And it's a 15-30-minute Zoom session where we just go over some of the tech stuff that you're having issues with, or just some creation pieces. And if you are interested in that, you can email the support email that Monica gave you, and she will direct you to the link to sign up to do that.
Absolutely. Yeah, just put "I want to meet with Sharon" in the subject line, and I'll send you the link directly over to her, so you can go ahead and register for that. So anyway, I think we've gotten through all of our questions. So thank you guys for sticking with us. For those of you that stayed on, I know this got a little lengthy. We want to make sure that we get through. Let's see, Terry, are you based? No, we're actually North Carolina, so it was 11 a.m. Eastern time. I'm so sorry. But this is recorded again. It's going to go onto our Vimeo page, as well as it will remain on YouTube. YouTube might be quicker to find. youtube.com/PhotoFi app. You can view all of this afterwards, and we'll go ahead and make sure that everyone has access to this later on. So go ahead and send me an email if you have any questions, support@photofy.com, and I will get back to you as soon as humanly possible. Thanks, James. I know you had to cut out a while ago. So we're so excited that James was with us. Sharon, as always, amazing.
As
And
always, a pleasure to talk about one of my favorite apps there is.
if anyone needs any help getting registered, let us know, and we will go ahead and get you set up.
Yes,
But
thank you guys so much.
have a wonderful rest of your week. Be healthy, be safe, and have fun. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.